back to It's All Black and White. Swindon away. The transfer window has slammed shut. We did make a signing just before the deadline. We got Giovanni Brown in from Bristol Rovers. And there's a video on the channel if you want to have a look at that. George gave his instant reaction. We have, it appears, still got Dan Crowley in the squad, which is a massive, massive bonus for us. Hope to see him play well today. But yeah, I'm going to go and pick Jordan up. We're going to head to Swindon. One of the longer away trips this season, but very, very much looking forward to it. 3 weeks since our last away trip to Tranmere, which is a 0-0. I'm expecting goals today.
We've got him, the duo from Tranmere. No one else comes to the away games at the minute, do they? They're letting us down on the channel.
Like it.
Doesn't seem like it.
Just me and you for the whole. I was going to say 46 then, but it's not 46, is it?
No.
Half of the 46.
No, they are joining us later in the season. I think the next away game is Bromley, and they're all coming to that, apart from Jordan, who's now backed out. But it doesn't matter about that, Jordan, does it? What about today? You're excited?
I am very excited. I've not been to Swindon before, so another new ground ticked off for me. Tranmere was new, so a lot of new grounds hopefully this season, and hopefully we come back with 3 points.
Yeah, just under 3 hours drive. Sat-nav saying last time I went we did get relegated. I mean, surely there's nothing that can be worse than that. So I'm confident. I'm going to go 3-0, but if they start Harry Smith and Shamanga up front together, one of them's bound to score 3-1. What are you saying?
Yeah, that sounds like a handful. 3-1 as well.
No, sorry, 31 minutes.
Just pulled up at Strensham Services, I think it is. Going to get some food. It is about 12:30. Last time I was here was for the Forest Green away day. If you saw that vlog, let me know. Awful day, that one. Really, really poor day. Haven't seen any Notts fans yet. There may be a few in here. There was when I came to the Forest Green game. Yeah, really, really looking forward to today. We've had a lot of discussion in the car about who we think will line up, what new players we might see. For example, will George Abbott be on the bench? Teamers will be out around 2. We're looking with sat-nav times getting to Swindon about 1:30, 1:45. So we'll catch up when that team news does come out. But yeah, very, very excited, as I've already said. Team news is out then. We've arrived in Swindon. If anyone else experienced the magic roundabout, that was something very interesting on our drive into Swindon. Team news is out. Unfortunately, Jatta is out due to concussion protocols, sustaining a head injury against Grimsby, so Didzy comes in for him. Brown isn't on the bench because his arrival came too late, but George Abbott is. So it's pretty much as you were. Crowley back in there as captain, which is fantastic to see. We're going to head to the ground very, very shortly. Dan Crowley gets a very good round of applause. The Notts fans songs about him as well. Notts fans have a fantastic voice. If we could go 4 games here without defeat, that would be massive. I am feeling confident. Plenty of Notts fans have travelled, so let's see. Kick-off is about 2 minutes away. Interesting start then. We just put the ball over to Cerula, who couldn't quite get across the way to McGoldrick, and then they've broken. I think speaking to the Swindon podcast the other day, they're asking where we could get hurt. I think it is on the break down the wings. But yeah, nothing really between us in the opening 3 or 4 minutes. But yeah, apart from that decent opportunity for Cerula. First bit of sustained possession for Notts in the last 15 minutes. Really, Swindon surprisingly have had most of the ball. We just had something down the outside where we couldn't get a shot away. First through Edwards and then through Grant. But yeah, not really much has happened. We're coming up to 20 minutes in now and nothing has really happened. Swindon fans think they've scored, they're adamant they've scored. One of their players just flicked it over a Notts player and half volleyed it from the edge of the area. It's a pretty good effort, to be fair, and it's only hit the stanchion at the back of the goal. Notts need to be careful because I feel like if we go 1-0 down here, it could be quite tough to get back into the game the way they're defending. 1-0 Swindon. I don't want to put too much on him. I don't think Hinch's started too well. I mean, Edwards didn't show from there, but he's given the ball away twice in the space of a few minutes, quite a few seconds really. And they've just had a warning shot and they've scored from the edge of the box. Let's see who scored. Kilkenny, who, if I'm right, has just signed, and we're 1-0 down. fantastic goal from Gidzy. How good was that?
Oh mate, beautiful. Just what we needed.
Yeah, we've just been coming back into it. Grant have been playing some fantastic football. He's maybe my player of the game so far, but Dizzy cuts in, bends in top corner. 1-1. Have we deserved it? Probably not. But it's definitely what we needed. Excellent work from Jody, creating chances. They're giving him too much space and knocks on out. Wonderful foot. It's out to McCory as I'm talking to you. Gives it out to Jody, who originally was 2-on-1 every time. He's now got it down to 1-on-1. Decent cross, that's not too far. And not 6 to goal, completely switched on. We're on top by a mile. Half time, it is Swindon 1 knots on. We've come from behind with a David McGoldrick goal, very, very nice. I think it just kicked the inside of the post on its way. But how do you think our first half went?
I think we started quite slow and they started the opposite. They were very fast in the press, they were very structured, and we was finding it difficult to find spaces and getting in really creative ways. We did struggle quite a bit and they were playing really well. I think once we scored the goal, we got back into it. I think they dropped off, got a bit more scared of us, they weren't as brave as they were in the press. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out second half. I think we have given the ball away a bit too cheaply in times. I think Hinchy in the middle has not had a great game.
I think he's struggling a little bit. Hinchy is struggling, and he will know he's not had the best first half. I mean, I think he's been great in what he's played so far this season. He's been caught on the ball 3 or 4 times, a couple of stray passes. I think McCory just needs to step up a level. I think Edwards needs to show the same as he did against Grimsby. But on the whole, we grew into it, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We have grown into it. We have got better as the game's gone on. If you ask me, am I happy with 1-1 at the end of the half? After that first half, yes. We've started creating a bit more, and I think second half we push on and take the game to them, keep going, and we should be all right.
Save from Bass, but it's not started well again from North. The half, we've been so laboured to start the second half. They've already had a bicycle kick that's gone fairly wide, but Alex Bass has just produced a brilliant save. They put a corner in the box now. They look like they're going to win it. It's a push on a Notts player there. I think it's Edwards is completely pushed. The rest says nothing. Crowley feeds it into Macari, but we've just come out so slow. We've hoofed it forward again. We need a bit more urgency. Really poor start from Notts. Jody asking for a free kick. That led to a pretty good attack for them, but not getting it and having to work with the referee. But we've started so poorly. I think a change needs to be made now. I think Abbott's warming up. I'm not sure whether he's the man to come on or he's just warming up. I think we need to see Palmer, because we need someone to get a foot on the ball, spray it around. Just give us a little bit of relief. They've got a long throw into the box. We just can't get it away. I mean, you've even got Crowley giving the ball away. Jody's just giving the ball away as well. They've whipped it in again. I mean, it's gone over everyone, but they've kept it in play, and the attacks just keep coming from Swindon. You can hear their fans are well up for this. Harry Smith heads it wide into the arms of Bass, and rather than a quick attack, I think we just need to slow it down. Swindon pressing very well. The first time we really got out in the last 5 minutes. Switched it to Gordon. He's been able to use his pace a little bit. He's won as a corner. But their press is so aggressive. I don't know if they can keep it up for the full 90, but we will see. Massive shot for Swindon penalty, in my opinion. I think I'd be very annoyed if it wasn't given for Notts. And then seconds later, it's just fired wide. Something's got to change. We're going to lose this game. It's as simple as that. Kevin Scott's coming on. I don't know who it'll be for. I've got a feeling it'll either be for Edwards. So we are struggling big time, and something's got to change. Jody's isolated, Kellen Gordon's not had a sniff yet. Their press, it looks like it's going to carry on. We've got maybe 20 minutes left of this game, and we're being absolutely swamped by Swindon. Dizzy 2-1. Do we deserve it? Absolutely not. What a finish, 2 stunning goals. We do not deserve this at all. But Notts lead 2-1. A few chances again for Swindon. I mean, the ref's doing everything to try and let them have a few opportunities. Matty Platt's trying to shield the ball out. Shamanga pushes him to the floor. It's sort of the 4th or 5th time that's happened this game. And I'm not just saying he's been poor for Notts. I said earlier in the video, I think he should have given a penalty to Swindon. He's been absolutely awful, inconsistent. He's not been great for either side, but for Notts, you just got to feel like, we're not getting involved with the green at all. 5 minutes left plus added time. I mean, we do not deserve to be in the lead, but we are, so we've got to hold on to it. Some excellent work from Dixie. He looks absolutely out on his feet. Don't think we're going to sub on. One as a corner. We've got about 2 minutes of normal time to keep it up. Yeah, Grant is walking very slow. Is that corner flag? 6 minutes at a time. The rest pretty much said before the finish, whatever you've got, double it. Baster's had, I don't want to jinx this, so Baster's had very safe hands so far this game. He's just collected one that's bounced just in front of him. Abbott's looked lively since coming on. Connor Grant for me is still giving 100%, 110% effort. He's been everywhere. Didsey looks out on his feet, but he's just won the ball for us. We're probably a minute into that 6. Kevin's picking the ball up. We are battling for this. We're off down the wing. Didsey will let that go, I think. We're just trying to kill that time. It's going to be 30 seconds to go now. Jody's out on his feet as well. Not spanking, good boy. Wow, we've defended pretty well. They've had a couple of wild shots in the edge of the box, and none of them gone anywhere near. But there must be this goal get from Alex Bass, and then maybe another 20 seconds. That's the car then. Somehow I've won that. Somehow I've won that. All I will say is if that was last season, we'll probably conceded 3 or 4 at least. Some fantastic performances in there. Some that weren't that great, but you know, Didsey with those 2 goals. Amazing victory. And they're the ones that you might look back on at the end of the season. You never know. Heading back to the car, we'll do player ratings and then, yeah, see what scores we get. We're heading back to the car for player ratings, but you know what? We're going to have most of the season where we can't do it outside. We're staying out, aren't we? We're staying out in... Weather's not been too bad today. Right, we're gonna go through these player ratings nice and quickly. Alex Bass, I'm giving an 8.5. A superb save at the start of the second half. Claimed everything. Punched everything that he couldn't claim.
Saved everything he had to save.
Yeah.
No mistakes.
8.5.
Yeah, I agree.
Lewis McCorry.
7, 6.5, 7.
6.5 for me.
I think, yeah, some of his passing was a bit wayward. I think he struggled to play out from the back today. And when he was put under pressure, he struggled quite a bit. So not his greatest game in a nutshell. But he didn't have a bad game. But yeah, just average, really.
Platt. For me, what we missed last season is we missed a central defender in the middle that could head every ball away, volley every cross away. And he did that. He did it every single time he came into the box. I've got to say, for me, he probably gets an 8. I know we were under a lot of pressure, but that's nothing from his fault. I'm going to go 8.
I agree. 8.
Bedu, what do you think?
I think he struggled to connect with Jones a bit in the second half to start off with. He still did a lot of good stuff. I'd probably say 7. Nothing that really stood out, but he did deal quite well in the first half. So yeah, I'll go 7.
Yeah, I'll probably go 7 as well. Cerula, for me, limited, better in the first half than the second, although he did come off in the second half. I don't really think he was in the game too much. I'm going to go 6.5.
I'm going to go 7 just because he dealt with their pacey fullback or wingback quite a lot in the first half. He stopped a lot of crosses from them when he had quite a lot of pace on him, so I think he dealt with him well, so I'll go 7.
Yeah, Jody, this is going to be an uncharacteristically low score for me for Jody. Not because he didn't play particularly well himself. I think he was nullified. I think their fullback that came over to deal with him, very, very good. Their number 2, was it?
Yeah, and
very
in
good.
The first half, we had a plan where we was doubling up on him, like running in behind, and it was drawing him out. In the second half, we didn't have that with Jody, so Jody was asking a lot of Jody to get by him. So
I would go 6.5 for Jody, but he got the assist, I believe, for Didsey's second, so I'm going to go just about a 7.
I go 7 as well.
Let's go to the midfield. Let's go Hinchy. Now, I don't want to be too down. He's been great so far this season, in my opinion. Today wasn't his game. His worst game so far. Today wasn't his game for me. He gave the ball away. For the goal, I'm going to go 5.5.
Okay, that's probably our first 5.5. Yeah, I agree, 5.5. He did do some good defensive tackling, but whenever he was on the ball, it was difficult to trust him because he gave it away. So.
That might be harsh. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Defensively he did do a bit better than 5.5, but when you give the ball away for the goal, it was rushed, and he gave the ball away around four or five times. You can't really expect to do well.
Let us know. Is 5.5 a harsh score? Maybe a 6. I don't know. It wasn't his best game. Let's go for Edwards then. Again, didn't hit the heights of the Grimsby game. He's still bedding in, isn't he? Much like Hinchy, but
Again, couldn't get on the ball as much.
I'm gonna go 6.
I think 6.5. He still worked his socks off. Still was tirelessly running after a man, and trying to get in the faces. But I think because we didn't have as much of the ball today and up in that final third, it was difficult for him to have an impact.
Let's go for Grant then. For me, one of our best players. I'm gonna go 7.5 for him. I think he did a lot of work that we didn't necessarily, you wouldn't see if you weren't looking for. A lot of energy. Won the ball back a lot. Some
Very composed on the ball as well.
Yeah, I think he was good. I say for me, he might be my 3rd highest rated player on this player ratings, but I think 7.5.
Yeah, agree.
Let's go for Dan Crowley next, the man that everyone was not sure whether he'd be in this team today.
Didn't really do much either. I think it was difficult for him. He had to drop deeper, and we struggled to get out our own half for a lot of the game. Which tells you a lot about how the game was. 6.5 for me.
Yeah, I agree. 6.5. I think their plan today was very, very clear, wasn't it? Stop Crowley, stop Jody, and you'll struggle. And what happened was we had a David McGoldrick, masterclass that got us out of trouble. Let's stress, we didn't deserve to win that game. I'm not sure how I won that game. I said it in a few videos. Like the Fleetwood one, I said, if you play this game 10 times, we win 9 of them. You play this game 10 times, Swindon win 9 of them. So fair play to Swindon. They were a lot better than I thought. And I underestimated them, I will be fair. But I think their game plan was to stop those two and press incredibly high and incredibly aggressively.
Yeah, they played very well.
They did. Didsy then?
Didsy for me, 8.5. 8.5. Around that, I think. I mean, he was closing down and running all game. The 2 goals were unbelievable. Maybe a 9. I don't know if he's been
I don't know. He was out on his feet. Yeah, could have had a hat trick.
I think he did do very well.
I'm going 8.5.
Yeah,
8.5. I mean, we thought we might miss Jatta, and at times I think we did. But Didsy more than stepped up. If that's how it's going to be this season, incredible. Matty Palmer came on. I thought he was composed. I thought he was good. Gave him 5 minutes once he'd been on. A game did start to change back in our favour. I'm going to go 7 for him.
Yeah, I'd say 7 as well.
Kellen Gordon.
Struggled a bit because we was under so much pressure to get out and use his pace. But he did alright, but I don't think he did loads to warrant anything higher than a 6.5.
No, 6.5 for me. We then had Crowley, who went off, and he was replaced by George Abbott for his full start. I'm going to go 6.5, but I was impressed. There was a lot of energy.
Yeah, he didn't have much to do. In terms of on the ball. But what he did defensively, he seemed to be in the little pockets to try and break up their play. I think he did really well. Coming on as a young lad in that pressure, it was quite a high pressure environment. So yeah, 6.5.
And finally, Kedwin, I'm going to go 6.5, nearly a 7. I thought it was very good when he came on, very, very good.
He had a lot of energy. He helped change the game. I think having Didsy Scott and he closed on his man a lot as well.
Yeah, he did. That's it for the player ratings then. Please let us know what you thought, however you followed the game, if you listened, if you followed online, or if you were indeed at the game. A fantastic win for Notts, and let's be honest, we weren't valued for it, but they're the games we're going to need to win if we want to build there at the end of the season. We never know how big this is going to be. We are almost at our next milestone for subscribers, 3,700. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video.